Rockets now, fresh from a win against Portland.
You could see it in that game. Despite the odds going against them, once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win it.
And, Greg, sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Houston.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
That shot wide open.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And so here's Cleveland. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's Portis. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. That's good. Freak's got his second bucket of the night.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Haywood the pass to Clemens. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. And so here's Cleveland. They trail by 1. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. They grab their own miss. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
They set the pick. Ryan passes to Clemens. Inside. Hangs in the air. He takes it up and lays it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Freak. 35 points for him last game against Dallas.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Cook, good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now, here is Haywood. He's tightly guarded, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And a look now statistically over the last month for the Rockets. 9th in three-point field goal percentage. 9th in free throw percentage. And they kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top 10 in opponent scoring.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Now here's Freak. He's got 5 on the clock. From the arc. No luck. And the Rockets take it the other way. Pass to Clemens. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Freak. And the 3 off target.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Freak. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Rockets leading by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Ingram passes to Coleman. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gilbert. That one off the back iron and out.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Hunt. The feed to Freak. The tray. And another miss by Cleveland.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The pass to Gilbert. There's the pick. To the inside. Ingram. Rebound by Hunt.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's Freak. From the arc. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set. Changes here. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now, and it's Bryant in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Clemens. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks got the job done. He ended up with 35 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Finished off the break. And the Rockets lead by 1.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Rocket 6. The 3. Count the bucket. Freak's got 8.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Here's Clemens. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And he's good on the second. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Now here's Freak. Haywood covering. Here's Freak. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, it's going to make the rounds for sure.
The rebound by Cook.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out. I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Nixon from about 19 feet. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Gilbert. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the...
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. The amount of scoring we got from close range was great.
All right, Houston, coming out of the corner. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Here's Freak. The shot will not go. So Houston will take it the other way. Pass to Clemens. Now here is Haywood, guarded close, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Freak. Drains it from beyond the arc. Freak's got 14 points for the game.
You know what? That was good defensive effort. But on a shooter like him, sometimes it just isn't enough.
Now, here is Haywood. D right on him. The pass to Bryan. Fires the 3. That's good. He has 5.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Here's Freak. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's the screen. Goes up off the pick, and that one is hammered home.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
That Kia SlamCam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Flanders, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that's another area where he